Welcome to the JPT sub, everyone. It's been a bit since I've done a layout update, so I thought it was about time I should put one together. And I'm going to start with the creek here that's right here in the foreground of this scene. I did a few videos of it and got it up to the point of where I was ready to do the scenery, and I decided to test a little bit of what I wanted to do with the scenery first, and got carried away and didn't actually film doing any of the scenery on this. So the creek itself and the banks are done. I'm actually very pleased with how it turned out. Probably way better than I thought it would. To give you all a better look here. So right around the edges, down in the creek here. Very, very pleased with it. Still some things to do in this area. For example, let's see here if I can get the camera steadied again. This track bumper piece here is just here for now, but I'm going to extend this on out and figure out something here to kind of make a nice seam block where when you're viewing it from the sides it doesn't look like the tray's just running into nowhere, even though that's really what it's doing. But that's also there, if I ever decide to, I can expand the layout or have more room, it gives me a place to attach on and keep going. Another thing is, now that this is done and the way it looks with the creek, I feel like this scenery here and on this side and this part of this scene are way underwhelming. So next up, I guess, well, shouldn't say next up, but one of the future projects then is going to be to kind of update that and get it into a better shape. Spent a lot of time doing this and slow, steady, trying some of the different techniques. It really paid off. It really ended up with a really nice scene here, and I'm very happy with how that went. Another thing going on here, you notice I've got a bunch of just cars parked all jammed in here together and everything on this end of the layout. That's because when I get down to the other end here and we look at it, I'm going to start redoing the roads. I think I mentioned that in my very first layout update that I really need to redo the roads. So I think it's time that I start on one section and at least, just like the creek, work through it, see how it turns out, try some different things and figure out what I like. So as you can see, as we move down the side here, there's always been a little bump at this crossing right here where I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, so I just kind of put some track there until I held out. So that'll be kind of leveled up, and maybe the crossing will be tilted down a little bit, but all that's going to be redone, and this whole section of road right down through here all needs to be redone. And eventually, obviously, every road on the layout will get rebuilt, some more so than others. But that's another up and coming project on the layout that we're going to look into. My cornfield over here, I'm pretty reasonably okay with that. You can see kind of another layout project behind it is a solar panel farm, and just got some set out for a test to kind of see how it's going to look. And I think it's going to be all right, but the panels will be a little more organized, closer together, and hopefully I can figure out what kind of bracket I want to use to put those together. But it's let me move around here and look at these. So they look, the color, you might say, some might say the color looks a little off because of that blue, but honestly, these panels actually are real solar panels. Probably could wire them up and get some power off of them if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. But yeah, surprising, they're real panels. Found them on Amazon. But I think that might make a neat scene. Probably which leads me into the next thing that I'm want to learn how to do, and probably before I finish this scene, or actually before I start on this part of this scene, is I bought a Woodland Scenic static grass applicator several months ago now. Things have been so busy, I haven't had a chance to even try it out yet, other than take it out of the box and look at what all it came with. So one of the things I'm going to learn how to do is use the Static King applicator, and then I think this field where these are going to go, it's going to get a very light layer of static grass, maybe some roads there to go with it. Back over on this side of the layout, there's really not much new going on here. Just it's got some roads that'll get redone at some point too. Need to do some more work on the storage tank and the pump jack there, dress them up a little bit, a little more details. There's tons of details that can be added to this layout, just tons of them actually. So as you can see, not much else going on over here. Then one last thing that just, you know, the normal layout maintenance stuff that comes up, the light in these two buildings has gone out. I think I knocked the wire loose underneath as I was working on it. So that's really about all the updates for now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'd love to hear your comments, maybe some suggestions on things you'd like to see me do on the layout, or think I should do to the layout maybe. Tips on doing roads. Obviously I'd take all of those you got. I said I have some good ideas, and a couple of folks have given me some neat things to try. Then one last update here is, you may have seen it in another video already, but I got a Bernini Express passenger train, really cool. So, and I pulled the little layout back out from under the big layout, and that's probably when I knocked the wires loose for the building. But got it running off to the side now. Really good stuff. You know, really just, I enjoy that. The little one, it's really just fun to watch trains run on it. So, and it's DC right now. The other layout is DCC, so that's a difference between the two. So until I get some of my equipment that's still not DCC yet updated, I've got somewhere I can, you know, let it stretch its legs. And so I'm enjoying that. Then one last thing is, while I'm a lot of times when I'm working in the train room, I like to see what other folks are doing on their layouts. And one that I found several months back, and I've really become a fan of this guy's channel, is Ian, and Ian's Engage channel. You know, check it out if you get a chance. It's a British layout, so if you're interested in UK themed things, he's building his layout, making progress. It's going to be interesting to see how it comes along. He's been working on it for a little bit, and it's always something new. He's very entertaining. I think you guys would like him. And you know, there's another one that I've been watching as well, Elvin Home, and he's in Edinburgh, so you know, check him out too. I may show his screen next time we do a review. You guys take care. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure and like, subscribe, and tell your friends.